I get stuck on the fact that like I get presented with something that gives me hope and I want it to be true. And so I will breeze past the fact that it might not be true because I'm looking for hope. I've been thinking about Todd Stormer's video the other day debunking that Chicago salt truck video that was going around where people were saying that the mayor was fighting back by using the salt trucks against ICE rounding people up. I was thinking about for myself, how do I better enhance my critical thinking skills? How do I practice curiosity in different ways every day? And I've been thinking about this because I talk about it in my work, right? And one of the activities we do is I present like dandelions, poison ivy, and clover, and sometimes some other plants. And I have people get in groups of 3. And I have them talk about what they know about those plants currently. Then I have them go ahead and go to a few different sites. I provide some different sites that they can go to as suggestions and find more information about those plants, what ways they contribute positively to the environments that they exist in. Because a lot of what we've been told about these plants is that they are, throwaway plants, things that we want to rip out or get rid of in favor of monocultures and our grass lines, so on and so forth, which are really quite harmful to pollinators and so on and so forth. And people learn through this exercise not only the importance of curiosity, but also the role curiosity has in respect and the role it has in our critical thinking skills, right? Because the more we develop our curiosity, the more we're going to look at something, sit with it, and then ask more questions naturally. And this does a lot of things. It helps me to better connect to who I am and how I want to show up in the world, but it gets me thinking about alternate possibilities, right? What is possible outside of what I currently see? And I do this in nature as well, right? I pick something and I learn more about it, whether it be a specific type of flower, of plant, and Google image search makes this easy because a lot of times you could just take a picture of the thing and search it and then find out what it is, and then you can learn more information about it. What I think the value of this has been for me is learning where to find information, learning how to find information, what are reputable sources. I had a whole conversation with somebody the other day and they were talking about, but like, how do we do research? And I'm like, well, are you familiar with Google Scholar? Are you familiar with peer-reviewed research? Are you familiar with different organizations that do research? And this person had no understanding of those things, right? And so I think as we do more research for ourselves, as we get more curious, right, it creates this practice of asking more questions. But then our critical thinking skills have to kick in, right? And we have to ask ourselves, where am I going to get this information from? Right? Am I looking for information that confirms the ideas that I already hold? Or am I looking for information outside of what I already hold true? I notice for myself, it makes me more comfortable with doing so in other aspects of my life. What images I'm presented with, what information I'm presented with, being like, hey, is there a reality outside of the one that is being presented to me that is more true, right? Whether I want it to be true or not. I spent more time off of social media and in real life, taking a long walk, being present with ourselves and being present in nature, whether it's a beautiful day or not, because research shows it's beneficial whether it's beautiful outside or not, whether we even like the temperature outside, whether it's sunny or not. It is just beneficial to be out in nature. Whether it's green or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's all beneficial for us. But spending more time in the real world, right, off of social media, and spending more time present with ourselves gives us an opportunity to better connect to our intuition and to recognize that there's a world worth fighting for that is being eclipsed from our view. Because the world is worth fighting for and there is hope. But if, like Todd Stormer said, if we're getting distracted by what we want to be true, rather than looking for what is actually true, we cannot fight the fight that actually needs to be fought, and we will lose hope much faster, right? And so it is critically important, I think, that we spend more time being curious in our own lives and developing all kinds of practices in playful, joyful ways of getting more curious and exploring what's possible.